people, CzarThwomp here, and welcome to episode 48 of Acer Investigations. Last time, we completed the final investigation portion of the game, and we basically started cross-examining Alba, and basically, we were proving, he killed Manny before, during the whole meeting with the Steel Samurai bit, and my recordings work as it should. Yay, yippee. Anyways, let's do this.
It was to commemorate the restoration of relations between our nations, and CzarThwomp, what the hell? Why can't you do anything right with voicing? What was I, Samugi? Oh, it's commemorative, alright. One that captures the proof I need to show that it was you who committed the murder. Come again. This is the night that killed Mr. Cochran. I see you recognize it, as you should, for it was you who brought it to this theater. You hid it among the flowers you were to give to the Steel Samurai. Meaning that you killed Manny Cochran here at the theater. It's time for me to catch my flight. We're not through yet. It's game over for you, Mr. Edgeworth. But I thank you for the entertainment. No matter how passionately you orate, the end result will still be the same. I won't be returning to this country ever again. That's right. This man is an ambassador, and he has extraterritorial rights. No matter how hard we chase after him, we won't be able to have him tried in court. Yes, that's exactly the fish you should be making. The best about worthless cur. No! Now then, ladies and gentlemen, I must bid you farewell. The courts. Is there no one who can lay a finger on this man? Is this really the end?
That's right, Lang just burst in with his army.
Agent Lang!
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Prosecutor.
Get out of my way! My plane is scheduled to take off soon!
I love how Lang has more men than Alba. Lang has an army. Freaking Lang could take a small nation if he wanted to. Hell, knowing Lang's men and how resilient Lang is to gunfire, I think he could take a small nation. Sorry, but you're not going anywhere, Mr. Alba.
I'm through playing games with you people. You can't touch me. Can't touch this. Alba time. If you do, it will spark an international incident, Agent Lang.
Sorry, but no, it wouldn't.
What?
Langzy says, screw your diplomatic immunity. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, good job holding the fort down here until I got back. So, Mr. Alba, your diplomatic immunity has just been revoked.
What do you mean, revoked? Spare me the nonsense and let me through.
Langzy says before aiming for the throat, chew the neck shield off first. Interpol headquarters and the imperial household of the Kingdom of Alabast took a while to get things rolling, but they finally moved on it.
The imperial household? You! What have you done?
You have been relieved of your duties as an ambassador, Mr. Alba.
What? 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 What?
Effective today, effective right now. I am now the Langzy is now the ambassador of Alabast. He may have been dead for thousands of years, but damn it, he will rule this country with an iron fist. And you have Mr. Prosecutor's videotape to thank for this.
The video of the accuracy protected.
You can't be arrested simply because you're an ambassador. In that case, I thought I'd strip you of that title. You underestimated me, a descendant of the founder of detainment philosophy, Langzy. 4,000 years of deeply entrenched connections and networks around the world, all by arresting people and intimidation, have really paid off.
It can't be! I don't believe this! My ambassadorship has been revoked.
I made you old and weak. Your Viagra just wore off, old man. I can take you on. Langzy has taught all his descendants the art of beating up old people. Looks like you're finally coming to grips with your new standing.
Woohoo! Looks like he's turning docile again. He's probably in shock from the loss of his shield.
What a shame! I had so wanted to use my whip on him. Yes, Francisca, abuser of the elderly.
Why is this happening to me? I'm just a hard-working, honest ambassador.
Do you really think you can still pull that crap on us now? We've already ripped away the mask and seen you for who you really are, Mr. Alba.
No, can you say from me? No! I want to be stopped now! He still intends to fight us. I lived through it all! I lived through all of the wars! I have fought all the Bulgarians! If the Bulgarians couldn't stop me, no one will stop me! So what if I am no longer an ambassador? You still don't have any evidence on me! The fact remains that you cannot arrest me!
I'd expect no less from you, the boss of the smuggling ring. Well, the rest is up to you, Mr. Prosecutor. I made my badass entrance. I'm done here.
Understood.
I love how basically Lang isn't putting the practice of detainment philosophy into effect. Just don't arrest the guy on the spot. No, you can arrest Meekins on the spot. You can arrest Larry on the spot. You can arrest Lauren Pops on the spot. But God forbid you try to arrest Alba on the spot.
You say that I killed Mr. Cochrane in the theater. But even if that's true, that there was a knife in my bouquet. I left that bouquet in the theater. So anyone could have taken it from there and used it, right? Besides, the claim that he was killed here itself is odd. After all, wasn't his body discovered in Babel? Are you claiming that I carried his body all the way over there? Preposterous! I'll be the one to prove whether it's preposterous or not. Ex-Ambassador Alba, are you ready? Because this is no game. This is war! Alba's Alba, part 3. I killed Mr. Corkin in the theater using the knife that was stuck in my bouquet. I left the bouquet in the theater. Anyone could have taken the knife from there. Besides, Mr. Corkin's body was discovered in Babel, right? There is no way for me to have transported his body from the theater to Babel. Look, don't you think you had enough fun with me? You already sorted my ambassadorship from me. Would you have me surrendered? Would you have me surrender to?
Yes! You have no plans to ever return to this country, isn't that right? Did you know that a bunch of your subordinates are seeking asylum because of you?
As if I care.
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, boot this guy out of the embassy and we can finally end everything.
I know, and I will give it my all to see that he leaves in handcuffs. Without the title of ambassador, he is just another witness.
Yes! Just another witness!
Alright, what are we waiting for? Let's get this guy.
And get him good.
I wonder if they understand that all I can do is present evidence of the testimony.
No, they're just gonna gang up on him. Lang's gonna send his guys to do some police brutality on Alba. Like, he's resisting arrest, get him! And then they start beating him with knives like, oh, what are you doing? Stop hurting me! And then basically they beat Alba into a bloody pulp. And then just drop a gun down on his side. He tried to resist arrest, he tried to shoot up some guys. I know how this goes down. Basically, for this one, thankfully, this one's actually pretty easy. No way to transport the body except in a oddly lumped pushcart. That's right, I'm on top of things for once. CzarThwomp at night.
Actually, I do believe there was a way to transport the body out of the theater. Perhaps you should give this a look. What is that ought to be? It's not for my porno stash because you cannot have it! It's footage from a security camera that captured the state of the immigration area. Should I congratulate you on getting your hands on it?
Just letting you know that we're not the only ones watching your every movement.
Thank you for that warning. Now, if you could take a good look at this section here. This lump here inside the pushcart. Do you know what's causing it? Should I? Because I don't. In that case, allow me to enlighten you. This is the cause of the natural and unnatural lump in the pushcart.
Okay.
of showing me that? It's the damn line! It's to say that the unnatural bulge in the pushcart is Mr. Cochrane's body. You had the steel samurai wheel his body away from the real crime scene. What a guess! But I wonder if you have any evidence to support it. I admit that for now it is but eyeballs, however. If you can't prove it, then I'm afraid I must be on my way. I don't have any more time to play with you people.
Miss Edgeworth, I got caught! So I took the life Miss Edgeworth's doing!
Tommy? Detective Gumshoe, is that the Steel Samurai's pushcart?
Yes, Zoe! I found it in the open air stage area!
So that's where you went.
The detective spirit that Pops left with me, I thought I'd follow with my gun. Go with it, Zoe. So Miss Edgeworth, is this worth saying? Is this worth anything to the case?
Yes, it just might play a major role in solving this case, Detective. But something isn't right. I thought that the entire samurai family was in Alabast. Where exactly in the open air stage did you find this pushcart?
I found it just lying at the edge of the stage, Zoe.
Oh? Well, let's leave that for now and examine the inside, Detective.
Yes, Zoe!
Okay, let's do this. Come on. There we go. Some blood on the inside of the cart.
It's blood!
This must be Mr. Cochrane's blood, which only goes to prove that Mr. Cochrane's body was indeed transported by the pushcart and his CzarThwomp's thing going. Okay, good. Yes, little touchscreen. Why didn't I get the wet naps? I knew I should have got the wet naps. She told me to get the wet naps, but I said, no, I don't want the wet naps. I believe you understand what this means, correct? You killed Mr. Cochrane at the theater and then placed his body inside the pushcart. And then you forced the Steel Samurai to unwillingly move the body for you. I forced him to move the body into Alabast? What nonsense! Why would I force that to do such a thing? You were scheduled to make a speech in Alabast, meaning that it was difficult for you to make a stop in Baville. However, what if you moved the body to Alabast? Because it was your embassy, you could keep an eye on it and tamper with the evidence. And then you smuggled it out of Alabast. No! If I can show you how you moved the body from Alabast to Baville, then I will. But you can't. The security between the two countries is incredibly tight. I'll be the one to judge whether I can prove it or not. And so I ask you to provide us with testimony regarding your movements after you returned to Alabast. Ah! Miles Edgeworth, have you figured it out? Do you know how the body was moved? To be honest, I have nothing to support my hypothesis at this time. However, I don't believe I've made a mistake in my logic up to this point, which means there is no question that can't be answered, right? The Primidux statue was smuggled successfully through a brief flight through the air. So why shouldn't there be an answer to how the body was moved? Which means that there must be a logic flaw somewhere I can exploit. Movements in Alabast. After I returned to Alabast, I had my picture taken with this samurai, shaking hands. Then, just as I was about to start my speech, the autograph also appeared. I feared for the national treasure, so I raced back to my office. Is that all? Yes, that's all.
Objection!
It looks like you left out a few things, such as the murder of the Mask 2. Furthermore, you left out the part about meeting with me in your office.
They're not important. Are those trifling matters? I don't believe I need to speak of those things again. I do so hate to waste time.
What?
You. Is not every life precious? No! Do you really need me to answer that for you? People like you cannot be allowed to wander freely through society. Then you'd better try hard, because I doubt you'll find a single contradiction. He's really full of himself, isn't he? Yes, he is. How can he be so confident at a time like this? Come, don't be shy. Go ahead and ask me whatever you like.
Hold it!
So why was it only with the Steel Samurai? I thought the Pink Princess was also around. The Pink Princess was suffering from a bad hip at the time, and the doctors recommended that she rest. Wow, so you do have a soft side after all. Old folks have to stick together. The pain of a bad hip, I suppose none of you can really understand how it feels. Oh, so you tend to strain your back as well, huh?
But isn't that just because you're normally all hunched over?
He did need to keep up the act no matter what, I suppose. The point of this is not to discuss my back problems. For about 15 minutes after our handshake, I was in my office preparing for this speech.
Hold it!
The Yargrasu was just a trick that you had set up. A most amusing joke. How do you propose I set it up? If you really want to know, I can explain it in detail for you. We arranged the spotlights in the rose garden so that when you were taught to take the stage, the audience would see the Yargrasu's shadow. Oh, that's just an interesting tale. Sadly, it has nothing to do with me.
You! What's it gonna take for you to fess up to anything?
Very well then, let's move on to a different question. As the Yargrasu appeared, what was the say of the rose garden? Everyone took refuge inside the embassy. I even helped with the effort. And then, once everyone was inside, well...
Hold it!
And what happened after you returned to your office? I don't want to keep on repeating this, however. Upon my return, I had to stroke a bad luck and bumped into a masked man.
Objection!
And I don't want to keep on repeating this either. But this name was the mask too.
Who cares what he was called? By the time he got to the Primidux statue that he was supposed to steal, it had already been swapped for the fake. Talk about an unlucky man. Being bludgeoned to death with a fake statue. Miss Von Karma's really letting her whip fly now.
Eek! I think the sky bar is signs while she's doing it. The glare.
She must be at the limit of her patience as well. Physical attacks are meaningless here. Only evidence will suffice. I can't find a single flaw in his argument. At this rate, I won't be able to prove that he is actually guilty of anything. Are we finished here?
Miles Edgeworth, can you not come up with something come up with how the bite was moved to Babil? Zoe!
Mr. Edgeworth!
Grr, even after proving so much, is he going to get away with it?
Yeah. Is this the end?
So many hold it. It appears that we made just in time. It would be a great honor if you would allow us to be your allies in this battle. Go home, Larry!
Evil magistrate, it's time for you to pay. It's the Steel Samurai!
Oh no! The last two people I want! Quickly, Alba, kill them! You haven't in you, I know it!
No, you're mistaken, for I am.
Steel Samurai Daddy, married man of Neo Tokyo.
Larry, never say the same man. Never say the word daddy in any self-referential treatment to you. I don't know. CzarThwomp's out of it, it's nighttime.
And this is King Princess Mommy.
Larry, you've scarred me for life.
Edgy Poo! No! The two people I want to see the least. Larry! What are you two doing here? Way to show your gratitude, Edgy. We just wanted to help. Yeesh. I'm gonna get the bag out with a single dose of my samurai spear. Go away! How can you be so mean to us, Edgy Poo? Because you two have ruined my life on more times than I can count.
All three of us came to lend you a hand, and this is how you treat us?
Well, isn't this grand? And I see they managed to get behind the Iron Infant.
Does that really matter right now? Hey! Is it just me, or is the Iron Infant completely soaked? Oh yeah! I found him in Babil, but he was in the middle of the pool. Wait a second.
Larry, go back to what you just said.
Huh?
Oh, it appears that we made it.
Not that far back! Something about finding the Iron Infant in Babil. He found it in a pool. I don't recall there being one in Babil.
Oh, that! Well, I was in Alabas the whole time, so I had no idea how the Iron Infant wound up in Babil. I thought I lost him in the Rose Garden. But I guess maybe this cute kid can swim, huh?
Wait, what?
Larry, you lost the iron infant in the rose garden? Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure. I found him.
That's enough, Larry! The iron infant that Larry lost managed to move between the two countries. Furthermore, the iron infant was found soaked in the middle of the pool. This is what I've been looking for. It's another smuggling route between the countries. The key to the route the iron infant took to travel from Reveal is bilateral symmetry. Oh, that's right. This embassy was built with bilateral symmetry in mind. Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir. There's a location I wish for you to examine post-haste. This is where I believe the route used to smuggle Mr. Corker's body lies. Does something like that really exist, sir? An embassy built on bilateral symmetry, meaning that this is where we need to examine. Okay.
Take that!
Yes, sir! I'll be back before you know it!
It's too late! It doesn't matter what to do! It's only a waste of time! I buried that pool with my bare hands!
You will stay here with us and wait.
This is Edgeworth!
Miss Edgeworth! It's here, sorry! There's a reservoir here, just like in the rose garden!
Just as I suspected. What is it?
The two sides of this embassy are mirror images of each other, which means that there is also a pool in the corresponding location on the Babil side. Mr. Hawkins' body was moved into Babil through the pool in the Alabaster.
Avoiding the culprit with a vague answer like that is unbecoming of a prosecutor. If you don't mind, I'd like to see more physical proof if you have any.
The iron infant is positively soaked in water. Why do you think that is? It's because he was fished out of the pool, and not just any pool. It was the Babilis one. I think it's really obvious at this point that what must be true. The water reservoirs in the two yards are connected.
And where is your proof that the two sides are connected?
Bilateral symmetry, B! The proof is right there before your eyes. The half-drowned iron infant.
What?
That blasted door! Miss Edgeworth, I'm back! Hey! Don't tell me you guys figured everything out without me. We did, thanks to this hero of justice's son. Even if he is just a doll, he managed to help foil the villain. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Look, I don't want to say this, but it's kind of unlikely that the body just happened to pass through to Babil. This guy's a doll, and he's small, so I believe it made it, but he has a point.
Yes, that's right. I'm glad someone here understands. Mr. Edgeworth, are you going to next propose that the dead body can swim through a pipe?
You see, Mr. Prosecutor, our chase after this man is far from over.
Agent Lang. Why is he helping Mr. Alba now?
He's not. He realized the flaw in my argument and is helping to move the logic along. In which case, should I return the favor and find an answer? And another thing, Mr. Cochrane's body was found in his office in Babil. So what happened to his body after it was transported to the open-air stage? Mr. Alba had an accomplice in Babil, remember? You mean Sheena, right? With her there, you can see how it was possible to move the body up to the office.
Are you seriously claiming that she swam through the connecting pipes with that body? He's right. Miss Sheena would drown if she did that.
It's hard to imagine that she swam through the connecting pipe.
It looks like your hypothesis about how the body was moved is still only half-baked. In the end, it was all just a befuddled misusings of an accusatory man. Now then, I believe you should give up and allow me passage. Because from the start, there was no feasible method of transporting the body. What?
Mr. Prosecutor, recall Sheena's movements. What was happening in the embassy around the time Miss Sheena was in Babil?
Oh, if only there was a way to get rid of the water in the pool.
Get rid of the water? Aha! That's it!
Now, I believe this time we really are done, right?
Unfortunately for you, it's far from over, Mr. Alba.
What a most persistent man! Are you saying that you thought of a way to move the body through the water? Move the body through the water? That is completely unrelated to how it was done. Excuse me? The reason I say this is because there was a water at the time.
What do you mean, there wasn't any water? Excuse me.
Just what it sounds like. Tonight's event made it possible to drain the water, allowing the body to be moved.
Okay.
Take that!
What is the meaning of this? What is that supposed to prove? Yes, this is what's supposed to be, Detective Gumshoe.
Me? I have no idea, sorry.
Mr. Edgeworth, the question was directed at you. Ah! It would appear that I presented the wrong piece of evidence. It would seem that you didn't hear me just now, so let me try it again, shall we? Alright, and I'll prove it to you with evidence.
Okay. Oh! Yes, the fires in Babille!
Take that!
Tonight, the Yongarossers have fired to a variety of locations in the Japanese embassy. In order to put the fires out, much of the reservoir's water was used. Of course, when the water was used, the reservoir's water levels went down. If enough water was drained, the connecting pipe could be used to traverse the border. So what? The water levels went down. The reservoirs were connected. Does any of this matter? You can prove any of this. Pretending to be ignorant won't work with me. We both know what kind of situation we're in right now. Even in a game, there comes a critical game-changing moment. A moment in which you hit a wall that you must overcome in order to beat the game. I haven't lost yet. I found the route you used to smuggle the body, and that route will lead to your defeat.
Even if all the water was used by the firefighting effort, you still can't really call that a smuggling route.
I know that.
I should have figured that you would notice. Hey, Miss Alba, how deep are those pools anyways?
I'll have you know that those pools are extremely deep. And there are no ladders or footholds along the wall either.
It would be difficult for Sheena to hold the body and climb up out of the pool. Even though she does have unusually strong arms.
Ladders or footholds or step ladders along the wall. There was no need for such things. What do you mean? If one were to use a certain something, they could go up down the pool at will.
Oh, it looks like you got an answer already. Well, what are you waiting for, Mr. Prosecutor? Enlighten us already.
The way in which Miss Sheena and the body were able to rise up to ground level. If there was a way to control the water level, that could be the way the body was moved. This was so that the body of Miss Sheena could move up and down in the pool. Mr. Alba used the fountain spouts in a manner of speaking.
He used the fountain spouts? How so? We'll answer that in the next episode. Anyways, I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a great viewer. What is wrong with me? Anyways, I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a great viewer. I hope you come back for the next one. If you liked the video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever you want with. I'll see you later. Bye.